So hello and welcome everybody. I am walking the Coronation Line today, which is a walk I've got coming up. The Coronation Ley Line runs through St George's Hill in Surrey in Weybridge, and then running through to Hampton Court Palace Gardens, through Kingston or Kingstone, and up to Battersea Park where there is the Peace Pagoda, through a few churches and then onto Westminster Abbey, Big Ben, cutting through the river onto St Paul's and onto Leytonstone and out to Essex. This ley line is very connected to the monarchy and runs through some incredible locations with so much ancient history. This is a very positive line. I find it interesting because this is almost like a centre to London. Like, London is a creative centre and this line is very significant to that. So this is Battersea Park, and this was apparently constructed in 1845, and we're going to go up to the Peace Pagoda, which is just up here. But this whole park is gridded, like very much like all the London parks. You'll find that this has a particular circuit built over it, because this is obviously a very powerful node, and we're going to get to the Peace Pagoda, which was laid one of these nodes. We are at the Peace Pagoda. This is right in Battersea Park, and this is on the Coronation Line, which is a ley line that runs from St George's Hill down in Weybridge, Surrey, and runs through a load of other locations as well. But this is the sort of main central point in London, and we're going to walk this line up towards the city and go up towards St Paul's. The Peace Pagoda was built in 1985 and a gift from the Japanese Nippon Zenmoji Buddhist order, and was one of the Peace Pagodas that were built around the world. The four statues symbolise key events in the life of Buddha: birth, contemplation and enlightenment, teaching and death. So yeah, I wonder, looking over at this part of London, this is probably what the old London looked like. It's very low, there's not many high buildings around here. No doubt it'll be built up in the next coming years as London's just getting packed out with buildings, but you see just how flat it is. And again, just looking over the Thames, you can see this is the Thames River running down here, and it kind of snakes through this ley line, which is obviously the snake. Quite interesting that as well. And I think the first thing you notice when you look around is just all the spires. You start noticing how the spires are along this ley line. Just underneath Battersea Bridge and just coming up to basically where they kind of redeveloped the whole of Battersea Power Station and just put a lot of flats and various places around it. Although Battersea Power Station isn't on the ley line, I thought it interesting how it sits next to the river and was once an industrial energy powerhouse, but now it's just thousands of flats. I'll pop in, show you a bit of inside the shopping centre. It's quite amazing what they've done in here, actually. I mean, 30 years ago, this was a complete dump, this area. And then they were going right over and then up to Westminster Abbey. So I'm not going to be going to all the locations on the line today, but I'm going to kind of go to the main points, and I'm going to end up at St Paul's Cathedral and discuss that, because that's a very interesting building. Now, what was there before? What was actually at St Paul's in that location before? Because Sir Christopher Wren just repurposed it. Obviously there was a massive structure there before. So moving on from the Peace Pagoda, we hit the Church of St Stephen in Rochester Row, which apparently had the foundation laid in 1847, always the 1800s. Then on to St Matthew's Church, Westminster, and then St Margaret's, known as the Church on Parliament Square. This is a 12th century church which is next to Westminster Abbey. Westminster Abbey, also called the Church of St Peter, is an Anglican church. Since 1066 it has been used for the coronations of 40 English and British monarchs, and a burial site for 18 English, Scottish and British monarchs. A lot of royal weddings have taken place at the Abbey since the 1100s. Inside Westminster Abbey we have the Coronation Chair, also known as St Edward's Chair or King Edward's Chair. Underneath this chair you have the Stone of Scone,
or the Stone of Destiny, which is an ancient stone which was removed from the Abbey in 1996 and returned to Scotland. But it is still placed underneath the chair during the coronations. This was last used to crown King Charles in 2023. The stone is placed underneath and is meant to decide whether that monarch is suited for the land. There are many theories to what this stone actually is, but it's amazing it has held tradition for 800 years. Next door to Westminster Abbey we have Big Ben, which is the nickname for the Great Bell of the Great Clock of Westminster. It was originally known simply as the Clock Tower, but it was renamed the Elizabeth Tower in 212 to mark the Diamond Jubilee of Elizabeth II. The tower was apparently designed by Augustus Pugin in a perpendicular Gothic revival style and was completed in 1859, with the construction starting in 1843. What's very interesting about the clock is it still uses its original mechanism and was the largest and most accurate four-faced striking and chiming clock in the world upon its completion. It was designed by Edmund Becket Dinesen and George Airy, the Astronomer Royal, and constructed by Edward John Dent and Frederick Dent. What's very interesting about this is the Astronomer Royal. And the Astronomer Royal was an organisation that worked to make observations and improve navigation, cartography, instrument design and applications of geomagnetism. So this was setting time for the new world. This is a super powerful node on this ley line, with Westminster dating back to the 8th century. But this land will of course go back a lot further. You would think with the construction of this clock tower in 1843 you could at least find one construction photograph, but nothing is to be found. Also, with the major fire happening in 1834 to Westminster, so much was burnt down it is very hard to understand what was there previous and what has been built today.
As you can see, it gives you some angles of the buildings, but you just see London just getting so built up. And this is no good for London, but you know, we see it as like development, property, money, all this stuff. But this is no good. You know, eventually the creativity of London is going to be completely removed. And when that happens, London is not going to be London anymore. Not the place I knew anyway. It's kind of sad. We've lost so much creativity in London. The magic. And this is connected to that line because this ley line is full of a lot of creative energy and it has some really incredible history to it on what's been located and placed on there. But these ley lines are all over London and they're being tampered with, they're being changed and they're being redirected and they're shaping your reality. Whether you want to see that or not, they certainly are. It's a very powerful force that's in this earth. And if you plug into that and put the right intentions or ritual, ceremony, all this kind of stuff, it affects that ley line.
So the line continues onto the Oxo Tower, which is a building situated on the Thames, and up to Blackfriars Station, which was once home to a monastery. And then we go on to St Paul's. St Paul's is an Anglican church and another major node on this ley line, but also a site where other ley lines pass through. The present building was completed in 1710, designed in the English Baroque style by Sir Christopher Wren, but this original site was founded in AD 604. There was certainly a structure here before, but the Great Fire of London destroyed so much we will never actually truly know what Wren designed and what was built. The dome inside is one of the highest in the world, stretching 365 feet. It is truly an incredible experience to look up inside this building. Almost a sense you are being lifted out from this world.
If you want to buy tickets, this is on one of the main nodes on the ley line. This does actually go further up onto Leytonstone, and there's some spots in between as well in the city. But if you want to purchase tickets to come on the ley line walk, the links are in the description below. And until next week, I will see you then. you.